There is something abnormal happening inside men's bodies, something that could threaten the future of humanity. It's a sperm crisis. Low sperm counts, near zero sperm motility, and damage to DNA, which is crucial to fertility. Researchers warn that the capability of sperm to fertilize an egg and achieve pregnancy is declining rapidly.
少ない。3匹しか動いてないのがダメじゃん。頑張ってみたいな。やる気出してみたいな。
衝撃ですね。ちょっとショックです。
Research results released last year showed that sperm counts in Western men have halved over the past 40 years. The trend is reportedly universal. The World Health Organization says that in around half of the cases of infertility, it is the man who is responsible.
Well, the decline in semen quality must be taken very seriously. Well, I really think that you could say that the situation we have now is such a crisis that it is a matter for the existence of a culture, of a country, if you cannot sustain the population.
We took a multifaceted look into the sperm crisis facing the world and unearthed some hitherto unknown facts. One is the cause of the decline in sperm capability. Experts have blamed the impact of chemicals. However, it turns out that our modern lifestyle also plays a major role.
ちょっと怖いなと思うぐらい、普通にちょっとこういう生活を送ってるのは自分はと思いましたね。
We also found rising demand for sperm banks worldwide. In China, government agencies have launched 25 across the country. In Europe and the United States, commercial sperm banks are overwhelmed with orders from around the world.
So yes, fortunately we make a profit, and thereby also allowing us to help that more people in future.
We also learned that a decline in sperm capability is a crucial health indicator. Experts say the quality of sperm is closely linked to various diseases.
Looked at other chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and we actually found higher risks for all of those. So it turns out that infertile men with lower semen quality, have higher risks of cancers.
But the news is not all bad. We also discovered some tips to improve sperm quality. In our experiment, it took only 2 weeks for positive effects to show up.
劇的に良くなってるんです。本当です。はい。
改善されてるんですごくなんか励みになります。
To find out what's really going on, we'll take a look at the sperm crisis from 5 different perspectives. First, let's find out how widespread the sperm crisis is. 28 men have come to have their sperm tested. The average age is 35. None of them have any particular health problems. We asked them up front, are you confident of the quality of your sperm?
I'm very careful about my diet, so I'm confident.
I think the quality of mine will be excellent. I drink quite a bit of alcohol, so I'm a little worried.
To ensure accuracy, the sperm samples were collected on the morning of the testing day. Researchers enlarged the images with a microscope, counted the numbers, and analyzed the motility. This man in his 30s told us he likes to drink.
これ見ていただくとですね、非常に活発に動いている精子がたくさん存在する。精子の濃度に関しては4800万、非常にたくさんあります。
For pregnancy to occur naturally, it's desirable to have a sperm count of over 15 million per milliliter with at least 40% motility. The man's measurements far exceeded the threshold.
Well, I'm relieved not to have a sperm problem. It was amazing to see them swimming around like tadpoles.
This man in his 30s was confident. He said he's careful with his diet. His sperm count is just over the threshold for natural pregnancy. But
たくさんいるように見えるんですけども、止まってる精子がたくさんいるんです。こういう止まってる精子っていうのは女性に全然寄与していかないですね。
low motility could make it hard for the sperm to reach the egg, reducing the chance of natural conception.
This is totally unexpected. I don't know what to say. To be honest, I'm a bit baffled.
Some participants were found to have problems with sperm quality even though the count and motility exceeded the standard. What's the problem then? With his approval, we brought his sample to this university for special testing. Researchers put seemingly healthy sperm into mouse eggs and observed the changes. If the sperm are normal, cell division should start to occur. The phenomenon was observed in only one of the 12 eggs. But with another man's sample, cell division started in 8 of the eggs. What was the difference?
DNA がどれぐらい切れてるか割れてるかということを表した指標ですね。
Detailed testing found DNA damage, shown in red, in 26% of the sperm. Natural conception becomes difficult at levels above 22%.
実際にたどり着いても受精しなかったり受精したとしてもそれがちゃんとした正常な範囲になってこない可能性があるということですね。
衝撃ですね。ちょっとそうですね。ちょっとショックです。データ的には。
Of the 28 men tested, 9 failed to reach the standard in sperm count, motility, or the percentage of DNA damage. 3 of them were in their 20s. A larger scale study also produced some worrying results. Over the past 3 years, Dr. Akira Tsujimura, a specialist in male infertility, has analyzed sperm from 722 single men. 1 in 5 didn't have the sperm count or motility needed for natural conception. They were considered at risk for infertility. He looked into the relationship between the number of healthy sperm and age. He found that this number decreases significantly after men reach the age of 30.
I believe the average age for men's first marriage is 31. That's quite late. Any man living in this modern age is going to suffer a decreased sperm count. Getting married later only makes things worse. I therefore suspect that the rate of natural conception will decline significantly. This is very scary, but that seems to be what is likely to happen.
This married man in his 30s has been receiving fertility treatment for 4 years. Testing found that his sperm count is below the threshold for natural conception. A gynecologist recommended microinsemination.
Our doctor said it can bring about conception even with a low sperm count.
In microinsemination, sperm is injected into an egg retrieved from the womb. After fertilization, the egg is returned to the woman's body. The method makes fertilization possible even if the man's sperm count is low. Microinsemination, one of the most advanced fertility treatments, is costly. But in Japan and many other countries, an increasing number of people are turning to it. The couple has tried in vitro fertilization 4 times, but none of the treatments resulted in a normal pregnancy. Five years after they began fertility treatment, they went to a specialist for detailed testing. It found DNA damage to many of his sperm. That was a major cause of their repeated failure to conceive. DNA damage is invisible to the naked eye. If poor quality sperm is used in microinsemination, there's a strong chance that the egg won't develop normally once it's returned to the womb. The couple had pinned their hopes on fertility treatment, but they came up against a harsh reality.
It really felt to me like we'd hit a dead end. I felt we'd run out of choices, and little by little it began to seem too hard. I was scared. Sorry. I'm okay. It just brings back some bitter memories.
Professor Hiroshi Okada has conducted studies into sperm quality. He urges men aged 35 and older to be extra cautious about the quality of their sperm. He says that's when sperm begins deteriorating significantly in some men.
We have to properly assess the quality of sperm. It's wrong to believe that men can remain fertile as long as they have sperm. Everyone knows that conception becomes more difficult as we age, but it's not always women who are responsible. There are male factors too.
Recent studies have found that the decline in sperm capability can lead not only to infertility, but is also associated with other risks. In Denmark, a researcher tracked the health of 5,000 men with low sperm counts for over 10 years. She found that men with a low sperm count have a 50% higher risk of diabetes. They also face a 40% higher risk of contracting other diseases. It's not the decline in sperm capability itself that causes disease. Rather, those with poor quality sperm tend to be less healthy. She also found that the mortality rate is higher for people with a low sperm count. The figure increased 1.7-fold when the count was lower than 10 million per milliliter. But she says that a healthy lifestyle can reduce risks for men with poor quality sperm.
Sperm count is a sort of a general biomarker for health, so that having a good sperm count is associated with a better health. Follow them more closely because maybe they're more likely to have diabetes and other diseases and cardiovascular diseases and be admitted to hospital later. So maybe it's a good idea to have a general health check on these men more often.
But what causes the decline in sperm capability? One of the participants in our test was eager to find the answer. Mr. Kataoka, who's 41, decided to undergo testing for the sake of his girlfriend.
I'm very excited to hear the results. I think she'll be pleased with them.
But the results came as a surprise. His sperm motility barely reached the standard for natural conception, and his sperm count was below the threshold.
There are too few. Only 3 are moving. Try harder. You can do better.
The results came as a big shock to the couple. She seems worried.
He's in his 40s, so it's not surprising that many are immotile. But I didn't think it would be this bad.
I don't smoke, and I don't drink a lot of alcohol, so this is pretty shocking. I wonder what could be to blame.
To find out, we decided to give him a thorough checkup with the help of Professor Okada, who specializes in male infertility. One thing drew Okada's attention.
C+マイナスの判定になってるわけですね。酸化ストレスはたくさん浴びてる。
Substances called reactive oxygen species have built up inside his body, exposing it to stress. Breathing generates reactive oxygen species. When they accumulate, they harm the body. In the testicles, they attack sperm and damage or even destroy them. The sperm cell membrane is easily damaged, making it susceptible to reactive oxygen species. But our bodies are equipped with a system to eliminate these harmful substances. How did they come to accumulate inside Kataoka's body?
We have to take a close look at his lifestyle and the environment in which he lives and works. It's possible that something he is exposed to every day could be having long-term effects.
What kind of lifestyle could affect sperm? We installed a camera system at his home and recorded him as he went about his daily activities. He watches the footage with Professor Okada to find out what's to blame for the condition of his sperm. He came home from work shortly after 8 p.m. Okada took note of what he did immediately afterward.
気になってるのは、ずっとなんか見てますよね。テレビ見て。テレビとパソコンの画面を見てます。ずっと見てる。
He spent an hour casually watching a computer screen and a TV. He's been sitting down the whole time.
もう本当に無意識だと思うんですね、完全に。そうですね。だから多分もう全然考えないでずっと座ってると思うんですよね。
ずーっと座ってて、血流は悪いし、精子の作るということに関しては良くない。精子の機能にも良くないと。
Nowadays, TV, computers, and games are hard to avoid. We often find ourselves sitting for hours on end. But when the blood vessels of the testicles are compressed for a long time, blood flow is inhibited. As a result, reactive oxygen species can accumulate and damage sperm. What's more, too much sitting causes the temperature inside the testicles to rise, exposing sperm to heat damage. One study has found that people who sit and watch TV for 5 hours or longer have sperm counts 30% lower than those who don't. This researcher conducted the study.
We also need to accept that there are many aspects of lifestyle that's just the way it is in modern society. Being physically active or eat slightly healthier, this might be good for semen quality.
But Kataoka just loafs around. If you don't move around, reactive oxygen species will build up. He's taking something out of the closet. A snack.
おやつも遠くに置いてあるんじゃなくて、自分のお部屋のこの背中のところにあるおやつ庫に入ってると。そのキッチン側に行って取ってくればそれだけ動くんですけど、全くそれをしないで済むような状態にしてるし、だからこのこたつ周辺で生活がしたいがためのさまざまな工夫がされてるわけですよ。
His diet was also problematic.
イカフライですかね、多分これ。
イカのフライで落ちて大きな焼き鳥が。だから色が本当に茶色一色ですよね。 こういう動物性の脂肪酸がたくさん含まれている油物だけ食べてるというのはちょっと良くないでしょうね。
The latest research shows sperm count declines significantly once saturated fatty acid, a high content in meat and other food, exceeds 10% of the daily calorie intake. What should he do? Professor Jill Ataman researches the subject.
Decrease saturated fats, eliminate trans fats, increase omega-3 fats, and also antioxidants such as vitamin C and vitamin E. MGH and the Earth Study researchers did look at intake of fish alone and did find that there's a higher sperm concentration in men that consumed more fish than not.
The video footage of Kataoka reveals 4 lifestyle habits known to increase reactive oxygen species. They probably ring a bell with many people.
I was shocked, horrified even, to see that I'd fallen into this kind of lifestyle.
Another participant in the survey was declared unfit for a different reason. This is Terumasa Miura, who's 46 years old. His sperm count is on the borders of the WHO criteria. What's more,
形が悪いということになって、これ実際形が悪いと受精しにくいとかってあるんですか？そうですね。やっぱりそうなんです。
Divorced 3 years ago, Miura says he's been careful about his diet as he would like to remarry and start a family.
I felt I was getting healthier. So, this result is rather disappointing.
We decided to look into what caused the quality of Miura's sperm to deteriorate. A blood test reveals the answer.
3.03. That's low. A decreased testosterone level works against sperm formation.
Professor Okada focused on testosterone, a male hormone produced in the testicles. This promoter of sperm formation is secreted mainly during the night, triggered by a signal from the brain. Okada says that something is blocking this signaling in Miura, leading to a testosterone deficiency. As a result, he says, both the quality and quantity of his sperm have declined. A review of the video quickly revealed the reason.
流れ状態で寝てるんですかね。
もう
お部屋は
寝てる状態も明るい状態で寝ていることが多いですね。
でも起きちゃってで
寝れない
パソコンちょっとやってみましょうかということですね。でもあんまり集中してやってませんね。
そうですね。
The reason for Miura's low testosterone level was easy to see: lack of sleep. He does occasional night shifts and works staggered hours, so he says he's often unable to get a deep sleep. Recent research has found men who sleep less than 6.5 hours a day have a sperm count as much as 20% lower than those who get 7 hours or more.
それにしても菅田町。
そうですね。
いや、俺は本当に想像以上に菅田町ですね。
そうです。僕もあんなきつそうな顔 顔で寝てるとは思わなかったですね。
これもう1年中やってるとしたら相当に疲労が蓄積して体に蓄積するというよりもう頭の方に蓄積して、それから精神がだいぶこう疲れちゃいますよね。
Besides the factors found in the two men, there are several others that weaken the health of sperm. Lifestyle risks associated with the level of testosterone are shown in blue, and those associated with reactive oxygen species are shown in red. Other risks include excessive caffeine intake. By its very nature, modern society exposes sperm to these risks at every stage of life.
I believe that it starts primarily in utero, when the man is in the womb. He makes sperm as an adult. All of that time, the quality of those sperm can be affected by many, many things, which we can talk about: what he eats, his activity, his smoking, and so on.
This woman is in her 30s. She had a child using sperm from a donor after her husband was found to be sterile. At that time, sperm banks in Japan were backed up for a year, so she approached one in Europe that she found online.
My donor is half Caucasian, half Japanese.
The website discloses information about its sperm donors, such as personality and medical history. It even offers children the option of contacting the sperm donor in the future. Because of the availability of high-quality sperm, she decided to sign up.
Well, I'm getting older, and my chances of getting pregnant were declining. Having so many healthy sperm choices was a big plus.
This sperm bank in Denmark is the world's largest. It exports sperm to more than 100 countries.
Now you can see that the fog is disappearing and you can better see the sperm stores. All types of races and ethnicities are in the same.
The straws are frozen with liquid nitrogen. Orders from infertile couples and single women have jumped about five-fold over the last decade. Information about sperm and sperm donors is available on its website, allowing seekers to find matches based on around 10 conditions, including height, academic history, and eye color. One high-priority item is the quality of the sperm. It's one of the factors that affects the price.
Which is €1,400 for one straw.
Wow.
But this motility is 50 million, more than 50 million sperm cells per milliliter.
Wow.
This man is a sperm donor. To be a donor, he has had to meet stringent standards in areas such as sperm count and motility for the past 2 years.
That's good.
He says he tries hard to lead a healthy lifestyle through regular exercise and a balanced diet.
It's all organic as well.
potatoes and so on.
So I was thinking it was so easy to get my own kids, so why not help others? So that's my sort of reason to start donating.
I understand, of course, the potential criticism of it, of making a profit, you could say, on fertility treatment, but that's the same as the clinics are. They're also providing a service, being the treatment. So yes, fortunately we make a profit, and thereby also allowing us to help that more people in future.
In recent years, infertility has also become a major issue in China. Demand for sperm donors is growing. Authorities have set up sperm banks at 25 locations around the country. Officials say they visit universities and elsewhere to promote sperm donation.
I always aim to collect the best sperm. Young men are best.
As part of its medical activities, Japan's Keio University Hospital has long been operating a sperm bank for couples suffering from azoospermia, where the man's semen contains no sperm. But recently, the scheme is ground to a halt. The number of donors is tapering off. This is due in part to the lack of public rules on such matters as whether children can find out information about who provided the sperm in their conception. The U.S. is a global leader in the private sperm banking business, but a major challenge has surfaced in recent years.
Hello, hi, good to see you.
This is Danny Johnson. She was 13 when she learned she had been conceived using sperm from a sperm bank. Johnson wanted to find out about her biological father, and so 2 years ago she had her genetic information decoded. She registered the result on an online search service for blood relatives. Then, unexpectedly, step-siblings fathered by the same man turned up one after another.
I mean, only a year ago there was 2, and now we're at 18, so I feel like it just keeps growing exponentially. And I said, hey, we talked till a little after midnight. It was so
Johnson
great.
eventually got in contact with her biological father. On this day, she met up with some of her step-siblings to visit him. This is Bruce, their biological father.
I think he does look like me, I think.
I think they have the nose.
Yep, the nose and the height. A little bit of the build. Yeah.
We walk fast, drive fast, eat fast. We all like to travel, fidget, bite our nails.
Bruce donated sperm for 15 years from the age of 37.
University of California in Berkeley, there's a hill.
His schedule from the time shows he was donating almost daily. Bruce says he did so partly to help others and partly to make ends meet. Bruce suspects he has fathered 100 or more children.
I never think about it. The number is staggering. The numbers, the possibilities. It's alarming.
Danny is happy to have found more siblings, yet found Bruce's story a bit alarming.
That would be so insane to find that money. I realized that there was very possibly that I could have been going to school with any of my sisters or brothers. We could have dated each other.
The U.S. has no public regulations governing the number of recipients one donor can supply. An expert expressed concern about the situation.
Children who share the same donor could meet, discover all kinds of affinities, and get married, and that might lead to genetic abnormalities in their children. In terms of how to build a healthy sperm trade, I think it's important to keep track of the number of offspring who are born for each donor.
Reproductive health specialists say up to 70% of infertile men can expect their condition to improve. What should they do? Kataoka and Miura have been told what's causing their fertility to weaken. Under the guidance of a specialist, they set out to improve their lifestyles. Kataoka had 4 bad habits, including a sedentary lifestyle and excessive fat intake. He started by putting away his long-treasured heated table. Standing up more frequently helps increase blood flow to the testicles, keeping the buildup of sperm-damaging reactive oxygen species in check. His girlfriend helped him improve his diet.
There are some dishes I've been wanting to cook for him.
He began to actively eat soybeans, bluefish, and other foods rich in nutrients that are effective for reducing reactive oxygen species. And Miura, who was working frequent night shifts, was told he wasn't sleeping enough. Professor Okada advised him to put up blackout curtains. And to promote deeper sleep, Miura also stopped looking at his smartphone before going to bed. The two men overhauled their lifestyle in an attempt to produce healthier sperm.
Honestly, I don't know how effective this regimen will be over time, so I'm a bit worried.
45 days into these lifestyle alterations, we decided to give them a midterm test. Kataoka was up first. He came with his girlfriend. In the previous test, his sperm count was declared very low.
正規量は一応 3.1cc の精子濃度が1020万、前回よりも数だとか明らかには増えているのが分かります。
His sperm count was a whopping 1.7 times higher. There were also improvements in the motility rate and DNA damage.
I wasn't expecting a big difference. So, this is a pleasant surprise.
Next was Miura. He says that lately he has been sleeping more deeply than before. What do his results say?
前回よりもよくなっているかなっていうのが。
His sperm count easily exceeds the standard for natural pregnancy. The DNA damage rate also improved remarkably.
It's better than I expected. Now I can be more confident in my interactions with women.
Normally, it's thought to take at least 74 days for sperm quality to show a marked improvement. The expert says the two men's numbers could get even better. Incidentally, there are other tips besides exercise and diet to improve sperm health. Experts advise against too much abstention from sexual activity. Another point is to avoid staying in a hot bath or sauna for too long to protect the testicles from heat. And medical treatment could help restore the fertility of sperm. When this couple weren't responding to repeated infertility treatment, DNA damage of the husband's sperm had been found to be a factor.
頑張って治療を進めていって検査をさせていただけたらなと思います。
A detailed test by a specialist revealed why the fragmentation rate to his sperm DNA was so high. It was a varicose vein near the testicles, a condition apparently seen in 30% of male infertility cases. After oral treatment and surgical removal of the lesion, his sperm DNA damage rate improved. This allowed him to undergo infertility treatment with healthier sperm.
Our doctor is trying to improve the quality of my sperm as a last resort. I hope this will make a difference in our next try at microfertilization.
I think we have a good chance.
Kataoka changed his lifestyle and saw the quality of his sperm improve. Encouraged, he's sticking with the new regimen. He says he feels much better and more positive these days.
The improvement has had a huge impact on my life. I'm now keen to start a family.
And this is the divorced Miura. He has grown more active in approaching women. On top of that, he says he's more motivated to work.
I now wake up feeling more refreshed than ever before.
Sperm are about 0.05 millimeters long. Restoring the power of these tiny cells can make a huge difference to people's lives. These efforts, as commonplace as they may seem, may contribute to the long-term survival of the human race.